You know what I admire the most? I admire how respectful a human can be or is. I admire when a human speaks in a tone that does not make others feel less than. It's the most beautiful quality. Wow, that's the most beautiful quality. I love that. Qué rico, ¿no? When someone speaks kindly and gives you the space to exist equally because you deserve that. Qué rico. You know what I learned today? Every human you come in contact with teaches you something. It teaches you how you want to be or how you don't want to be, right? Because you have a choice. When you interact with a human being or with anyone or anything for that matter, you decide to learn from the situation, any situation, and you decide to either take something and make it yours or not take something because maybe you don't like it, right? Example, I went somewhere today and a human was speaking to a group of us. And you know what I think about leadership roles or just roles where you are, wow, que eyebrows tan buenas. I haven't said, I love you. Beautiful human right there. I think leadership roles, it makes me think of that experiment that happened in the jails where, like, I don't remember who, it was in psychology. This guy did a test of like where he had some people be cellmates and had some people be prison guards. And the prison guards took the role way too seriously. Like, wow. Power gets to people's heads. Even like power within, like, let's say you're in a leadership role in your company or a leadership role within your community. Like, some people let power get to their heads. And by that, I mean that they change the way they speak, or perhaps this is how they always spoke. And now they have a role that is, they think they are higher than other beings, right? Because they are in this leadership role. But what I know about leadership is that the best leaders do not lead with arrogance. Is that the term that I'm looking for? Like, I think it is. Like, You have to be, the best leaders are humble. The best leaders are kind. The best leaders are fair. The best leaders are, yeah, I know, huh, Baba? Are you a sunshine girl? The best leaders are patient. The best leaders are calm. The best leaders are amor de bueno. The best leaders lead knowing that we are all the same, that we are all equal, that it does not matter what we have, what we don't have, where we come from, where we don't come from, our background. That does not matter. None of that matters, because we are, at the end of the day, all humans. And you know what happens when you take all the titles and all the material things? Let's say we get rid of every single thing that people own, right, materially. And we are just basing a human. This is a good experiment. Let's say you are basing, for me, I am basing who I allow in my life, in my energy, based on people's actions, people's words, right? Because, well, more the actions than words, because actions speak louder than words. Actions show you what words cannot, right? I don't have to speak to make you feel comfortable in a room. You just merely have to exist with me, and you will feel that you can be who you wish to be, so long as it doesn't hurt anyone, it doesn't hurt our planet, it doesn't hurt you, because that is existing in your highest timeline. It's existing in the highest good of the planet, of the world, of you. So, what I learned after that meeting thing is that I never, ever want to be someone who makes someone else feel little or less than, simply because of a title. Excuse me? Like, ¿quién se cree la gente sometimes? Like, I don't get that. I don't get it one bit. Zero. I don't understand. Make it make sense, please. Actually, don't even try, because it's not going to make sense. It will never make sense in this mind, because I know what the truth is. And the truth is that respect towards yourself, towards others, towards our home, it's the sexiest thing any human can possibly obtain and be respectful. And you know what's even sexier? When you don't take anything besides respect. Because guess what? You are in charge of your energy. You are in charge of what you allow into your energy. You are in charge of what energies you allow to exist with you, to coexist with you, in terms of like friendships, partnerships. You are the one person in charge of choosing what you allow to exist and coexist with you. So, be a little observant. One, be observant of how you speak and think about yourself. Are you respectful towards yourself? Do you respect yourself enough to cut off access to any energies that do not meet that standard of respect towards you, towards themselves, and towards the world? Diosa. It's just so powerful. You know the power of that? Like, tenemos un poder, like, oof. You just have to acknowledge that you have that power. Acknowledge it. Reflect how you're using your power. And if you don't like the road that those choices that you're taking are leading you on, you have the power to change that. You have the power to be like, going this way instead, or going that way instead. You have the power. That is your divine gift. You get to choose. We are all on this path. And we all have a purpose. And well, I feel like I found my purpose. My purpose is to exist. Oh, qué rico existir. I want that to be my purpose, to just exist. Have you ever just existed? Oof. When you just exist, like un día sin contacto al universo, as in contacto con otros humanos, without your phone, as in like don't go on the socials. You just have you in the mirror. You could play music, you could write, you could do anything that you are called to in that beautiful non-social media day. Just exist. Let me tell you, you will learn more in that one day about yourself than you will learn about yourself if you continue to stay on your phone scrolling and just literally, this is you while you're scrolling. Well, that's your soul. Like, that's how I feel. And I can't ever see social media the same again, because every time I go on and I start the scroll, right? Like, I'm like, okay, I have 86,400 seconds for today. How am I going to cash in my seconds? Making this beautiful video for you so you can learn something, so you'd be like, She's fucking right. Bro, let me get off my phone. It's just wow. Mind-boggling. Like the thought that I've spent, I decide how to spend my 86,400 seconds every single day. And I can choose to just give my little digits a pouch of it. Yeah, that's how you was saying, girl. Wow, do you want to say hi? Wow, wow. Hola, amor, hola. Are you a tired girl? Wow, qué hermosa. Tengo una diosa aquí yo. ¿Quién es la diosa? ¿Quién es la reina? Well, bye-bye. I could decide to make myself a nice cup of coffee, boo. Because it makes my mornings start ever so perfectly. Knowing that I've, made myself the coffee, fed myself some nutritious food, knowing that that food is going to give me the nutrients to work on the things I want to work on for today, right? I need energy. Where do I get my energy? From the earth. What comes from the earth? Food. So I went in a whole circle there. I don't even know how it started. Point is, you are a very, very, very powerful being. And all you have to do is decide. Yes, it's a decision. You decide how you take your seconds, how you use your minutes, how you use your hours for that given day. Guess what happens at the end of that day? You don't get to take that towards the next day. It's not like roll over minutes, seconds. No. You're going to go. Como le hace mi hermana. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you never again, because cash out. You cash out. You can't cash out. There's no such thing as going back to yesterday, right? There is no such thing. That day, peace. Así, literal. Wow. Qué poder, though. You have the power to choose. That is our part of our divinity, right? We are divinely put here on this beautiful earth. Beautiful, beautiful earth. Our home, our beloved Mother Earth. And you know what? She loved us enough to create us. Like, there is no mistakes in anything that happens. Everything is as it should be. And you are where you should be because you are meant to be there to do and learn and explore and become a better version of yourself, right? Everything in our life helps us grow and learn towards the path we want, or towards the path that is meant for us, because you could want something and life has other plans. It's like, nah, bro, not that way. Swerve. And you have to be at peace and trust that that is divinely guided and led, because you take actions towards getting to know yourself better, towards creating boundaries that protect your peace, your Yeah, protect your peace. If there are energies that do not make you feel at peace, make you grow, make you better when you leave them, you might want to think about having those around. Because you know what I've learned? Little minds talk about people. Big minds talk about ideas. And I just gave you the best idea that will change your life. You know what? You got to do. All you have to do is learn how to love yourself con todo tu corazón and choose to put you first anytime, anywhere, any place. Your needs, they come first. Anything else is second. When you keep that and make a promise to yourself, I will put myself first, my needs, my wants, my peace first. Nothing else will matter. If someone's upset that you're putting your peace and your mind and your needs first, baby, guess whose problem that is? Not yours. Not yours, because if someone doesn't love themselves enough to put themselves first, that's something that they have to live with. But baby, don't be one that you have to live with that too. Because let me tell you, I lived that already. And it is not nice. It is not fulfilling. It is not okay to put myself second. It is never okay to bend over backwards for people and to put my needs second before. It's just not. And you know, I've been going down memory lane and I always gave people the benefit of the doubt. You know why? Because I see what's in me in others. And I never, ever want to make anyone feel like they don't belong, like they're not important. But guess what? In trying to make everyone else feel like they had a space to take in the world, like they had a spot, I created that for everyone around me. Everyone. And guess who was left to suffer? Me. Because who gave me space to exist? When I was always creating a space for others to feel welcome, to feel loved. So guess what I did, boo? I took my power back from all of the energies of all of the humans that I surrounded myself with. And I was like, you know what? It's time that someone puts me first, that someone puts my needs first, that someone asks me what I feel, what I need, what I want to speak about. I created the space that I created for everyone else, but I created it for the most important person in my life. Me. I am only in charge of me. I can try and speak and use words and different words, and I'll give you playlists and do all the things to be like, you know what? The answer to life and to happiness is. I could put it in different languages: Spanish, English, choppy French. I will learn another language. But you know what? That's not going to do anything. Because when you're not ready, you're not ready. When you want to continue to live a life where you blame others, where you blame society, where you blame other people because they were mean to you, where you blame your life because you didn't have this or that, or you just blame. Let me tell you what that's doing. Nada. It's keeping you in that same energy of blaming. It's keeping you in that same routine of doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And it's not helping you. So, since I already tried that route of being a beautiful people pleaser, because people pleaser, I perfected, honey. I was raised to be their hand and foot. Come on. Have you met the Mexican culture? And guess what? I am not my culture. I will take only what I want, and I will leave what does not serve me. And let me tell you, people pleasing don't serve shit in this life. Zero. So I had to unlearn a lot of shit. Cheers to the unlearning. Because all of that is what got me here. All the unlearning, all the boundaries that were hard to set, all the times that I cried myself to sleep because I was sad about, not stupid, about silly things that I was allowing to have my energy. Because I didn't realize that the power lies within here. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? It's like, come on. Come on. Es que a veces, like, me siento y me pongo a pensar, like, I've already put all of this knowledge onto the internet, right? In a way, shape, or form, like, I've written to y'all. And I think that was part of my journey, right? Even that in itself, like, I was still choosing to help others before myself. Like, I'm like, okay, if I make this post, maybe someone will resonate with it and it'll help someone. And granted, it possibly can. But then I was like, well, if I'm over here spending my 86,400 seconds creating little shit for people to be like, oh, I have the power to take charge of my life and do and create whatever reality I wish to and accomplish whatever goal that I wish to. And all it takes is learning to love myself. And all the time that I spent doing that, you know what I could have been spent doing? Plopped here, drinking my tea, drinking my coffee, enjoying my presence, enjoying existing. Wally, why you stressed out, Bubba? Hey, focus. Point is, be the leader in your life because you are the leader of your life. That is your power. Now, to find your divinely guided path, all you have to do is do the things that you are called to do. What I mean by that is like, what are you called to do right now? Like sometimes I'm called to write. Sometimes I'm called to speak, like in this video. Sometimes I'm called to simply dance and exist and go walking and create playlists for my yoga flows, create playlists for my CrossFit flows. Just what things can you allow yourself to create if you really just allowed? Because there are things that you are interested in, and those interests go hand in hand with your path. You have a different voice than I do. You have a different path than I do. You have a different thing to teach that only you see a certain way. It says, I decide my vibe. You decide your vibe. You decide what you want to vibrate as. And guess what I like to vibrate as? Un solecito. Because, honey, did you know I love the sunshine? Like, the sunshine is my source of power every day. I go out there and sunbathe, and I'm like, oh yeah, girl, give me them rays, give me them rays. And then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go get some work done.